What went down at Google I/O? Hello everybody, my name is Leopold. I'm your host. Just a quick announcement. Today is my first time shooting with the Nikon D3200, and I have a HDMI to VGA and then a monitor so I can actually see myself looking down here. Then I have a light there, and it's just a really nice setup that I'll be using. I still have my Blue Yeti microphone, but I'm trying to keep that out of shot because maybe it doesn't look the best. But let's just get to the actual video. So today I'm going to be telling you 11 things you may not have known went on during Google I/O and were the most important things. Actually, scratch that. If you researched Google I/O a little bit, you probably know about these 11 things, but this is for the complete beginners that haven't even learned about Google I/O. So first, what is Google I/O? Google I/O is like the huge tech conference of Google. So they talk about all the announcements of Android and all the projects that they're working on going forward into the future. Number one, Google is trying to secure and innovate the world even more, and they think the best way of doing this is removing the passwords on everything. So they're working harder to come up with a password alternative. A little strange, but if they get it to work, then that'll be really awesome because honestly, I don't really like passwords. Remember Project Era, the build your own phone pieces? We thought it went away, but now they just took the first public picture at Google I/O. So they are getting a fully working prototype working, and hopefully that'll come to market soon. Usually there are some phones or tablets or watches introduced at Google I/O. No gadgets were introduced at Google I/O this year, which was a little strange and surprising. Google is actually working on smart jeans with companies like Levi's, so that's a little self-explanatory, but Apple Pay was Android Pay was introduced. Again, pretty self-explanatory. They're trying to do what Apple's doing because everybody knows about Apple Pay, so they don't have to educate their new audience. And they introduced Android M, which is like the jump from iOS 7 to iOS 8. There are a few new features that are awesome, but not many. The new Photos app will have unlimited free storage, which I want to learn more about, so maybe I'll talk about that in the future. You know about Google Cardboard, right? I did a video about it. It's a headset for your Android phone that you can interact with the world with a virtual reality headset. So they want more things to be in 3D for Google Cardboard. So they introduced Array, which was a 16 GoPro camera rig for shooting in 3D. Speaking of Google Cardboard, they've actually now released it for iOS, and it's pretty awesome. They also released a Photosphere app for it. Next up, as Gmail hit 900 million users, they allowed Google Inbox to be public and not invite only anymore. I've personally used it and it's really awesome. I would recommend it to anyone because instead of deleting the email, you can just check it off so it goes away from your inbox, but you can see it at a later date. Android M just casually doesn't have a real name yet. When you go to the Android M screen and tap on it, it usually would say the name, but it just does a shrug. I know I said 11, but here's a bonus one. Apps will now ask for permissions as they need it instead of just asking for them all at once when you download the app. This allows you to disable certain features for certain apps, which is really awesome and a really good feature for security, because say you don't want Facebook to use your microphone, then you can just make sure it's disabled. That was a quick run through of 11/12 things that happened at Google I/O this year. Make sure you comment down what you wish had happened that hadn't. Also, you can just research some more about Google I/O because a lot more things happened. These are just what I thought were pretty cool and that I could relate to because I've been looking at these things for a while. But thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. Bye.